All right, let's look at the homework 3.10, problem number 8. All right, so it says that the circumference of a sphere was measured to be 86 centimeters with a possible error of 0.5 centimeters. All right, so we know that circumference is, let's see, is equal to 2 pi r, right? So 2 pi times radius. So if you solve this equation for radius, just simply divide through by 2 pi. So we know that the r is going to be equal to c over 2 pi, right? Then we are looking for the differential to estimate the maximal error in calculating surface area, right? So surface area A of a sphere is 4 pi r squared. So if you write it in terms of the circumference, all you have to do is plug in c over 2 pi in here, right, for r, right? So this is going to be 4 pi. Then r is c over 2 pi squared, which is 4 pi times c squared over 4 pi squared. So you can cancel 4 and 4 and pi. So we know that this is going to be just c squared over pi, right? So that's the area. So we want to find, let's see, estimate the maximum error. So maximum error, so would be delta A, but we can approximate it by dA, which is going to be, you take the derivative of this, yeah, so you're going to have a pi, and then you have a 2 in front, and c, then multiply by dc, right? So looks like we have, so we have a value, so it's a 2, and pi is pi, right? C is 86 centimeters, so put 86 for C. And then DC is the possible error, so it's going to be 0.5, 0.5, right? So we can cancel, let's see, 2 and 0.5 makes 1, so you can cancel those. So we get 86 over pi, right? And we have to round it to nearest integer, right? So I'm going to bring up GeoGebra. Then let's see, we don't really need all this crap. Here, I'm going to file new. All right, so we have 86 divided by pi. And then it came out to be 27.37. So integer. So we're going to put the 27. Right, so 27. All right, let's check the answer. All right, I came back and looks like we got the first part of part A correctly. All right, so second part of part A is what is the relative error? So we have to so find the so relative error is going to be delta A over A itself, right? So we already found, so this can be approximated by dA over A. So, but the dA we just found that to be 86 over pi. And the A is going to be C squared. So it's going to be 86 squared and over pi. So over pi. All right, so you can cancel. So you can multiply top and bottom by pi. So you can cancel pi here. Right, and divide top and bottom by 86, so that's going to be 1, so this is going to be just one of them cancel out. So you're going to have 1 over 86, right? So if you compute that, 1 over 86, it comes out to be 0.01, actually 3 decimal places. So I have to go here and change the setting to 3 decimal places. Right, so it's actually 0.012. Right, so I'm going to type it in. We got 0.012. Right, let's check the answer. All right, I came back and looks like we got this one correctly. All right, let's move on to part B. All right, so we do the same thing except that we're looking at the volume. All right, so let's look at the volume. All right, so the volume V, volume formula for the sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. So we have to put the c over 2 pi where r is. So this is going to be 4/3 pi. Then we're going to have c over 2 pi cubed, right? So this is going to come out to be, so you have a 4 pi on top and c cubed on top. And then on the bottom, you have a 3. And then you have 2 pi cubed would be 8 pi cubed, right? So we can cancel, one of the pi's. So this is going to be squared. And then 4 and 8 gives you 2 left over. So if you clean it up, you're going to end up getting a c cubed over, let's see, 6 pi squared. Right? So if you want to find the approximate the delta V by dV, all we have to do is find the derivative of this. So you have 6 pi square is on the bottom, but the derivative of that is 3c squared. Then we have to put dc, right? So we have that, then we just have to plug it in. So you're going to have, actually we can simplify a bit, right? So 3 and 6 cancel out, 2 left over. So then, actually I shouldn't, yeah. So we have c squared over 2 pi squared dc, right? So let's put the numbers in there. So c is 86, so you have 86 squared over 2 pi squared, and then dc is 0.5, right? So let's type it in here, right? So I can't see it, so I'm going to just move it here. So we want to compute, take 86 and then square that, and then divided by, so multiply by 0.5 is divide by 4, divide by 2, so there's another 2. So I'm going to go ahead and divide by 4, and then pi squared, right? So we have that. All right, then let's see, so 187. So let's see, nearest integer, so 187. All right, so I'm going to put 187 for the first part. Let's check the answer. All right, it came back. We got the first part of part B correctly. Second part is a relative error, so we just have to take the answer here. So then divide by volume V. So this is going to be, the delta, actually, this we were using a dV over V, right? So dV, we just found that to be, so it's going to be 86 squared divided by, so it's a 4 pi squared, right? And the V is going to be, so this is the, so you have a 4 over 3 pi, and then, oh, actually, so I have to get some, no, that's not what I wanted. So here, the formula is actually, we have it here, so it's C, so C would be 86 cubed divided by 6 pi squared, right? So we can simplify quite a bit. So you have here 86 squared, cancel with one of them, leaving one of them here. And then pi squared and pi squared cancel out. So you're going to get, let's see, I'm going to multiply top by 6 and top and bottom by 6. So it's a multiply by 6, multiply by 6. That way we can cancel 6's here, and then you can cancel 4 and 2, and so 4 becomes 2, 6 becomes 3. All right, so this is going to give us, okay, so 3 is going to be on top, so took care of that, and 2 is going to be on the bottom, right? And 86 is going to be on the bottom too, so you have an 86, right? So we're going to have 3 divided by 2 times 86. So bring it up here. All right, so we're going to have 3 divided by 2 times 86 is 172. 172. Then hit enter. All right, and 3 decimal places. So I'm going to have to change the setting. And 3 decimal, oh, actually it was already 3 decimal places. So it's going to be 0.017, right? So it's going to be 0.017, right? Let's check the answer. All right, I came back and looks like we got the second part correctly as well. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.